Shoshie can enter my world, watch what grows. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch what grows. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Oh, we paint miniatures, we paint miniatures, we paint miniatures. Turn on, tune in, hear all I say, but watch it real closely, enjoy your stay. You'll see me painting from up above, and if you like it, give it mad love. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch what grows. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch what grows. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? We paint miniatures, 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 we paint miniatures.
Hey everybody, it's Shoshie from Shoshie's Minis, and I have lovely husband Mike here, but he doesn't want to be on cam.
Hello, folks.
Say hello to lovely husband Mike.
Good evening.
And we are basing tonight. We're going to be doing some cool stuff. Remember, we've been painting. Let's do overhead. This is Kong from Warlord Kong. Warlord Kong, so we're not copyright violating. Warlord Kong from Cartoon Miniatures. Yay, and I want to say hello to Amberden and Trillian. Trillian is at the hairdresser getting teal put in. And there's Enluminous, and he says, hey, sassy boy.
Hello.
Eeny minis. Hello. All right. So, let's real quick, face cam again. Before we talk about Warlord Kong, I'm going to talk about some of the things that you may or may not have seen if you didn't catch the last time's stream. We have an event calendar thing. Now, I do have 2 of the same event for tonight, but ignore the extra one, I guess. But Friday...
You can watch it on 2 screens if you want.
Yeah.
Just in case you don't want to miss something in the other one.
What happened is when you populate your event list as you're adding events, it doesn't show up right away. So I didn't know if one had showed up when we were first making them. So I didn't realize that Amber didn't let me know that we had an extra. And I never got around to changing it. So it's in there. Anyway, what's also in there is Friday. We are going to be showing the hubcap. Wait, how did I say that?
I'm looking it up to make sure.
Oh, why? Okay. Oh, so
Yes, that's just fine.
hubcap error.
Actually, that explains why you have 2 events listed. Hubcac error.
Oh.
Problem exists between chair and computer.
Wow, that's so cool. That's very good timing, hubcap. And so that's funny.
Write it down.
Write it down. That's right. Followers. We need an overhead cam.
Man, it's a good thing I'm here.
Oh wait, I forgot to put followers. Usually I put followers, but that's okay. Wait, I did that wrong. Oh,
Nope, you got it
did
right.
it. Error. Yay. Okay, error. Yeah. So.
I've never seen it abbreviated like that as an acronym.
What does it sound? What's it stand for?
Problem exists between chair and computer.
Oh yeah, that was totally a hubcap error on my part when I entered in 2 events for tonight. That's okay. I'm glad you guys could all make it. Amberden says it's his week for basing. Just packing a huge pile of stuff for the weekend basing class and the following week's glass blowing course. That's right. So, real quick, I want to talk about Friday. I know we're excited about basing today, but I want to talk about Friday. Friday, I'm going to be playing the airbrush tutorial video for when I primed the Coddle Ruddick bust that we're all going to be doing for the paint along. So hang on, let me grab her real quick. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. So we need overhead cam. Boop, boop. Look at that, she's so great. So we airbrush primed her. I've got her all ready, and so we'll be able to watch how I did all this. And I'm going to voice over during the stream. Now, unfortunately, I can't stop and start the stream. So, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to answer tons of questions during the stream. I'm just going to be kind of walking you guys through it. We'll make the video, and then I'll post it on YouTube. And then we can ask all kinds of questions about it either on YouTube or on Facebook, that kind of thing. But either way, you'll get to see how we did this. And you're welcome to prime it however you want, you know, before or after, if you don't want to use the same techniques that I did, because, you know, not everybody, and I will have a supply list as well. Amberden, why did you put at Amberden? It's so funny. I'm dreading the latter classes working on glass furnaces. Yeah, it will be really. I put it down in the bottom under the bar in the cabinet. I put all the scotch away. It was like he had it all over the bar. All right, so here's Kong. Here's the base. We've got pretty much most of him all done here. You can see that. I finished up the little skull doodad that's hanging from his glaive. We found out that this is a glaive. A lot of the imagery on here on the glaive and on the base is Chinese. Like this is a very similar symbol to the Chinese Lu symbol for prosperity. And then the glaive is definitely Chinese. So he's Warlord Kong, right? Maybe he invaded. But he's got, I'm not sure. He could be a Chinese gorilla for all I know. Either way, I've got a couple bases that I want your guys' advice on. So I have this one, and I do want to stick with round because of kind of how this is round, and it's gonna, you know, be easier to view him from all sides with a round base. But this is a Chinese pot stand, like a vase stand, that I got on maybe eBay or maybe even at the flower shop or dollar store or something. And I like to use these sometimes in my basing. And then I have this one, which is a little bit more boring. Yeah, Amberdeen is Amberdeen. This one is a little bit, I don't know if it's the right color, and it might need staining a different color, because right now it's sort of a honey oak kind of color. Anyway, let's take a look at what he looks like on this, and then you guys can help me decide. Can we zoom out just a skosh?
Uno momento, por favor.
All right, there we go. So that's what he looks like on this base. And I like this just because it's a little bit taller. It gives him a little bit of height. So that's how that looks. And then let's see how it looks like on here. And it fits real nice in the middle. But then we're gonna add extra stuff to the outside, like plants and doodads. And that's, you know, I kind of like that. I kind of like that. The dark wood is what's selling me on that one, plus the Chinese motif. What do you guys think? Lou, he's a monkey with a blade, just respect him. Yes. Yes, it's 1 a.m. Poor Amberden. 4th night in a row. It's too warm to sleep. Oh, that stinks. All right, so guys have any input? You have a choice? We've got Chinese pot stand and what do you call it? Routed base, I guess we'll call this one. This is a round base. And I'm also thinking this whole thing should just be painted, maybe a solid color, maybe just solid black, I think, which would not hurt it.
I think it looks better with the bigger one.
Yeah, you think so? I think so too.
It's a really...
The gloss black looks a lot better unless you feel like he needs extra weight. But the black base has more space to work with. I agree too. I like the pot stand. And you can always, if you want something heavier, you can always, like, see, this has a little bit of depth in it. You can always add something heavy. Once we put the basing on it, it will add a little weight too. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to be in. Obviously, I'm not going to paint this until I've got everything ready to be painted. So the first step, hope I don't have my tape. Give me 1 second. I'm going to grab some tape. Okay, this is the first step. Is that okay? Can you hear me okay? Right. The other one on. Evening Wandering Soup Ninja. I love that name so much. Wandering Soup Ninja. All right. I'm sorry. All right, this is just painter's tape, and it shouldn't take the lacquer or anything off of the base. And even if it does take it off, I'm gonna, you know, tape stuff up so that I can make sure that we can repaint the base if need be. So I'm going to, and I would do this if I was using this too. I would always tape up my bases, so that way I can, you know, feel free. You know, I might need to tape this and do this in sections. Lots of peeps love my name, yeah. Soup Ninja. Now, yeah, this is, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this and tear this in half here. Because there we go, that's much better. I want an even thing, and then I can stick this down in there a little bit. And then back. I'm using the edge of the tape to help me mask off the parts I want to keep safe from paint and basing materials, because we're going to put a ton of stuff on this, right? There we go. Just as much as I can get on there. And it's okay if it veers off, because then I'll just add another piece. I'm sure you guys are enthralled by tape. that's okay. All the stuff that's going to come after this is going to be important and necessary. We need the tape. And you need to see the tape.
Be the tape.
Be the tape. I knew you were going to say that.
You can't set me up for something like that and then
No.
not expect it.
Right. Get all these goodies taped up. Ah, this is what is happening right now. Off camera. This is sticking to my fingers. All right. There we go. And I see a cat hair stuck to the tape. Good. Okay. Now that we have this lip secured, now we can do a quick mask on the rest, because the rest is not as... You have to get that one lip first. And I actually think that I might leave this whole spot uncovered as well. We'll see. I might need to tape that off as well. That's a little bit easier. Scoring the hell out of the area that you're going to add milliput. I'm not actually going to do that, Amberden. I'm not going to use milliput or Sculpey, so hold your horses, because you will be amazed at what I'm going to do. Let's see if I can cover that little...
Bring this into an info.
It is. Well, you know me, guys. I have all my little stuff. See, now we can do this. That's the wrong thing. There. Boom. Now, put some more tape. You will see. What we're going to use is a product that I actually got. I got it from Vallejo, but I learned from James Wapple that it is like an awesome, awesome, awesome product. And it is called Oxide Paste. You don't need to score anything with this oxide paste. It dries. I'll tell you what it's made of. It says a rust-colored, slightly gritty base, much more fluid and dense than the other stone mediums and easily textured. Can be used as a rough ground for acrylics, oils, and pastels, and can be mixed with all other texture products or thinned down with water 20 to 40%. Water-based, non-toxic, clean up with water. And then it also says, and it also conforms to the U.S. standards, so no health labeling required, so it's very safe. Milliput is not a safe product. It's actually very toxic.
Do not eat milliput.
Do not eat milliput. This says, oh, this is in German. That's probably what it says, the same thing.
That's how I ended up the way I am.
Yeah. So the ingredients in this is basically, hang on, let me get the, it's basically like a kind of an acrylic base is what it is. It's kind of a heavy-bodied acrylic, but it's got a texture in it. It's got kind of like a sandy texture. And when it dries like a cement. And whatever you stick into it, it's there. It's gonna be solid. Like, so that's why James Wapple uses it, because he does lots of very fast basing. And it's so utilitarian. Mystery basing, yes. Mocha flakes? Tell me about these mocha flakes, almost Zab. I have not heard of this. I should pay more attention. Yeah, don't lick that either. Yeah, don't lick anything that is an art supply product. It's just a bad habit to get into. So there we go. Now I'm gonna make sure to get that little piece. I don't want a bare spot. Okay, so that is ready, and then I'm going to put a little bit more tape over here, and then we're all set to start with the oxide paste. And we're going to, actually, before we do the oxide paste, I have to do some other things first, which means that we have to prep up some other things before we start with the oxide paste. All right, everything is all taped.
Solos on and painting connects. Good evening.
No, don't. Solazar, hello. And Peony
Hello.
Chris.
Good evening.
Yes, there we go.
How are you tonight?
All right, this is what I want to show you guys. I've got some diorama accessories. These are Kamizukuri. You can go to kamizukuri.jp. They're made in Japan. I think that hanger18.com, I'm going to write that down for you guys here, carries these because that's where I think I got them from. I could have also got them from Bobby's Hobby store he's in Texas. Let's see. Hanger 18 miniatures.com. There we go. Was that Creepy Mike? Yes, that was Creepy Mike. Hey, you're not late. You're just fine. All right, so I'm going to open these up. I don't think I've ever opened
More
these.
scotch.
Mike is drinking scotch, so that's why we're getting Creepy Mike.
Oh.
No?
Apparently I haven't drank enough scotch.
Oh.
I
Okay.
changed my state.
So this is the Jungle, and I guess it's 9 Japanese yen, 9.52, which means that it's going to be about $9, I think, in, that doesn't sound right. That seems high. But anyway, these are like laser cut little leaves. Oh, I have opened this before. Okay. So it comes with some little wire branches, and I don't know what this black paper is for, but put that aside. Oh, and there is, oh, that's not directions. This is the directions right here. Unfortunately, we don't have a whole ton, but this is to kind of, I figure he's in a jungle-like area, so I will use a few of these here. Those look a little big in scale. These look good. Those look good. We'll use one of those at least. Okay. Want to see how large he is. You're chilling at work. You're feeling good. That's awesome. No, don't go there. Hanger 18 will drain your wallet. That is true. All right, so I'm going to look at this. Interesting. So I'm going to need some tweezers and some glue, it looks like, and possibly, looks like maybe some little piece of toilet paper or something. This particular page recommends you paint them in advance, because if it looks like they're all painted in advance. So we will try that. We will attempt to paint them first. And I will use a crappy brush from Craft Smart. And let's see, I've got some greens that I already used on Kong, and so it's already nice and goes with him. And I also want to put a piece of paper towel underneath here, because I have a feeling I'm going to make a mess. I'm going to start with one of these over here. Now, I would recommend airbrushing these, not brush painting, but it looks like brush painting's going to work okay. Mike, can you adjust the white a tiny bit? Adjust the white a little tiny bit? Like blinding everybody. True. Okay.
Thing.
We'll make do. All right, I'm going to use a little bit of this corporeal shadow just to make it a little darker. Darker blue. Yeah, there we go. Make one side real dark. And try another one over here. I added just a little bit of red. Ooh, that one is perfect. I like the darkness of that one. That is. We can go back after we cut these out and touch them up too. I really like that one. You bought some of these a little while ago, but different plants. Yeah, I want to show you. So I've also got these These are like little grass stems. I might use these as well. Let's take, now these are the ones I don't think I have used before. Or if I have, it's been a long time since I tried to open these up. While this is drying, I'm going to set this aside. Rinse my brush. Paper plant. What kind of paper plant? Canary grass. So this is canary grass, and it's 1,000 Japanese yen. Oh, and I've got some more in there. I didn't realize I had 2 in a pack. Okay. Oh, that's why that doesn't match. Okay, so this one is, this might be the canary grass, and this is something else. Let's see. And then we've got lots of little stems. Oh my goodness, such detail. And this one, it says you need to get a 3rd arm for. Okay, so I don't have all that time or patience, but we have Bondic. So Mike, what? Why did you clap? Why did you clap?
Every time you mention Bondic, I'm like,
no. We need an alert of our own, like a Bondic alert, though. No. That's going to get annoying. All right. All right, I got to look at the directions for these real quick. Yes, Bondic is live. You might want to dim the light a little. Yeah, we're blowing out the light. We're just going to make do with a little bit. Let me take this off here. Maybe having the black behind it would make it better. Is that somewhat better? That's better, isn't it? All right, now we can work. And I need to find my directions. So, this is for the grasses. Oh my goodness. All right, so we're gonna paint these. Let's see, let's do these little ones, just in case. I'll do a few, because I have a feeling I'm gonna mess them up. And notice that I'm not caring too much how even they are and similar, because grass, when you're looking outside at grass, all the grass is not the same color in the world, you know. There's variances, and maybe some is more dark red, like this is. See? I like the fact that one side is darker than the other. All right, and then, yeah. Do this again. All right, now, got a few things going on. Let's do the one other piece of grass that I have. I like these little pieces right here. We need a shosh skosh command. We do. Mike, they say that I need a shosh skosh because I say skosh a lot. All right, now these. I really like these. Let's see. Little cattails, I think. I don't know if I still have the, I'll do that. Yeah, right here. Tiny bit, a skosh more, a little bit more water.
Yeah, it's already there.
What's already there? The audible alert?
Yeah, it's...
Switch cam. It's exclamation point.
Yeah,
switch
cam,
cam.
I think.
But is it audible?
Yeah.
Is it? See?
I don't know.
Drunky Mike is drunk. You brought this on yourself.
I didn't do anything.
Mike, it's still silent, he says. All right, now this is where I'm going to go back to the original one and try to cut some of these out. Now there's... No, don't do that. There's these little tabs that connect the leaf to the paper. There we go. There's one, yep, I see one more right here. There we go. Boom. Obviously, laser cut paper is delicate, and so you want to be careful. Ta-da! All right, now, this is the little part where we need the, I think the Bondic is going to come in the most handy. This is going to be faster than super glue. So, I'm going to check my little directions real quick because I want to make sure I'm not messing this up. All right, so these don't, this one doesn't really use it. That's okay, I'm going to do it anyway. So I'm going to score this just a little bit on the middle, so it will fold upward like a plant. Yes. Ta-da. And then we have a leaf. Now we need to make sure to go back and touch up all the little white bits that I'm seeing all over the place where I cut the paper. Honestly, I think if I was using, since these are more of like a tropical plant, I think a satin color would work a little bit better. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. All right, I'm just gonna set some of these aside, and then I'm gonna go to the next one. Have I used photo etched brass plants? I have not, but that is not because I don't want to use them. It's only because I don't have any access to them where I live. But I would definitely like to use something like that. This is the one that has the individual leaves. I'm going to cut on the sides of these here first. Am I on cam now? Good. Everyone wants full klaxons on that alert. Absolutely. Whoop, whoop, whoop. You're on cam. There we go. That makes it easy. Now I can just kind of tap all my little blades of grass out. You know, sometimes it's easier just to use real grass and then paint it. But if you don't have the right scale, this is gonna be the better thing. Right. Last piece. Ah, there we go. Okay, now this is where I'm gonna use Bondic, I think. Where is it? Here it is. Now I've got this is my stem, and I need my tweezers, which I need to look for. That's not good. Tweezers have gone AWOL, unfortunately. They're always under something. Let me look underneath. Maybe I can use this thing. That'll be good. Yep, boom. When in doubt, improvise. You should just clip that and use it. Shoshie Clanston. Yeah, I should clip it. Right. So I'm gonna start right here in the middle. And then cure it. What's nice is these Bondic things have this little switch on the side, and so that will make it a little bit easier to cure. There. That's one. And I'm going to put another piece over here. Where's my little stick? Ooh. And I gotta hold it in place while I cure it, or otherwise it'll move on me. There we go. Can you guys see this? Look at this tiny little plant I'm making. Do the neck now. You gotta kind of vary it. This is where the third arm in the picture comes in handy. Ah. You tired, Mike? A little bit more Bondic there. I want this actually to be on the opposite side as those other two that I made, so I need to turn it. There we go. Boom. Haha! If this were super glue, I would have already glued everything to my fingers. Yeah, you will be booted out quickly if you bring an air can horn. Yeah, don't do that. I'm very sensitive to noise, actually. Okay, so that's a big blob of
It's
Bondic.
true.
Yeah.
I thought my screen was broken. Remember the one that I made? It's working. I think just the power connector is loose.
Oh, good. I'm so glad. Tell them about your screen.
I have a screen. No, so I game master for Starfinder Society, and so I thought, well, it's techie, let's make something fancy for GMing. So I put up Raspberry Pi. I was gonna get a HDMI display, spend like $50 or.
What's
$80
a
or
Raspberry Pi, Mike?
It's a little
I
tiny
have no
computer.
idea what tech stuff
It's
is.
the size of a deck of cards.
Okay.
Here.
Yep.
Anyway, when I was researching reviews on HDMI displays, a new one, I found that you could actually get a kit to convert an old laptop display into an HDMI display. About $20 off of eBay. And we had at the time, I think we had 2 or 3 laptops sitting around that were basically junk. So I took one of those out and converted it into an HDMI display with my GM screen.
All right. That was a lot of work for a little bit of, my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's my little plant thing. I don't know if I'm gonna add these last 2 things on here, and then I'm not gonna probably make another one of these. Oi. All right, which side? This side right here. Because as you can see, it's a little bit, people who like to model will take, hours and do this kind of thing all the time. I'm about speed and about, can I make it look good in a quick amount of time? And if I can, then I'll do it. Okay, so that's cured. That's good.
And this, some of his Starfinder meat.
Nice. You mean from the Kickstarter? One last one, and then we'll be done with this guy. But it's a good thing to show you guys, because you get to see, here's how you can do these with relatively less stress.
Tricks, I used it as a second display on my computer for a while until I got an actual second.
Now, I'm gonna go ahead and paint.
It's not even 1080. It's like, kinda.
Cut this. There we go. This was not worth it. But you learn, right? You learn with me. Yeah, it kind of looks cool. Could be bamboo. Could easily be bamboo. Looks better painted, doesn't it? All right. You guys see that? Let me put the white thing behind it and see if you can see that. Blowing it out a little bit. Get to see. It looks plant-like for sure. Put that one aside. Where did I put the other leaf? There it is.
Pixie Lou.
Pixie Lou, how are you? We made a rhyme.
Yes, we do.
You've never seen green bamboo. Tell me what. All right, let's paint it again. I've seen green bamboo. What are
Yeah.
you talking about? It's lighter green though. Green bamboo, it's like a pale green, right? It's like more like this green. We'll make it green. Because I've seen the little bamboo plants that people have in their offices, the ones in the little jars with little rocks. Those are definitely green. Okay, let me try that. That might look better. Somewhat. It's already maybe too dark. Maybe I'll make it even lighter. Let's try adding a little yellow to it. Let's add a little bit of this iroko. It's tan. The leaves that come off it. Pretty sure the bamboo that I've seen in the offices still has a little bit of green on it. Let's see if I can find a picture, Mike, of some bamboo. Ooh, ooh, ooh! Look at that. That looks more like bamboo anyway. All right, that was it. The Roko helps muchly. I like this. Oh no! One of my leaves just fell off. Okay, that looks cool. That. I actually like that better than what it looked like before. It looks more real. That needs to dry. Generally speaking, yes. All right. We did the grass. We did a leaf. Let's do one of these dudes. And this has a hole in the middle, so it goes down the center of one of these. And sort of is like a dandelion, kind of. There we go. And this piece right here, there. There's one, and then there's another smaller one. Has anybody ever used these before in their own mini painting adventures? And that one. There we go. All right, I think I've got one of each. Let's see what happens. And we put this on here. Let's do a bead of Bondic at the bottom to hold it on there. Might want to do one on both sides so that way it's big enough. See how I did that? A little bead right. And then I'm going to choose the biggest one first. There is a little bitty hole in the middle. This is where the tweezers would come in handy. The tweezers I cannot find right now. Yay. Okay, see how it stops at the little bead? That's perfect. Now this one. In fact, I want to put another little bead in the middle. Keep that other one from going down too far. Bondic is life. Love it. And this one, we want to be staggered in the middle. I have to tell you guys, okay, so that the little bead I put on here is separating them perfectly. And now I can angle them up a little bit, like a little dandelion. I might even have some yellow flock somewhere. And then this, where does this go? That doesn't have a hole in the middle, so I'm going to put one in the middle. Hopefully. Donkey078, hello and welcome. Thank you for the follow. Let me write your name down as soon as I get this little piece on. Tiny. It's jumping. It's jumping off my finger. It's jumping onto the... I'm gonna have to use Bondic for this to get it to stay because it does look like it did rip a little bit. Ooh. Shoot. All right, I don't have tweezers, but I do have this. This is a bad day not to have tweezers, Mike. Because I can't, my fingers are too enormous to hold this. Hold on, let me find some tweezers. I'm determined. I had like 3 billion pair at one point, and now they're all hiding. Nope. Okay. All right, I'm about ready to call it on this one. Okay, I almost got it, guys. Ooh, I got it. Okay, quick, get the Bondic. Ooh, boom. There we go. All right, now we can, let me go see if I think I have a tiny amount of flock that we can use for this, because I've done this before. Here we go. I think I found what I need. Possibly. All right, so I have a few things. A very fine flock that I can paint yellow possibly. Or this might work good too. Basically, we're trying to create, oh, you know what? Let's use the white. The snow one. So I'm gonna take, this is the snow flock that I think I got from Gale Force 9. Or no, this was for Secret Weapon. This is Secret Weapon. And this time I'm going to take a little blob of super glue. And I'm going to put it on the end of here. There we go. I'm going to stick it into the white. Okay, so we got a little start of something there. Can you guys see that? So it looks like the beginnings of a flower. And now we can put Bondic around it. Make it more rounded. And I can shape it. All right. I'm hoping, this is what I'm hoping, that this will cure. You guys, I'm experimenting. I don't even know if this is gonna work. You want it to look vaguely round-like. And now I can cure it, hopefully, with the UV light. Okay, that worked. Now, let's see what happens when I paint it. I need yellow. Okay, I'm gonna use this softer yellow, the Tenier yellow. Now that's a useful idea. I see, and I don't know, like I said, you guys get to watch me experiment. That is what basing is all about. Basing is trying things, don't be afraid. You have to be willing to fail, make a whole bunch of little silly things, and see if things work, is basically how I do my basing. And sometimes you win and sometimes you don't. All right, so there I've got a little start of a little dandelion deal. Get a little bit of green for my stem. Aw, thank you for the cheer, Charles Fox. It's been so long. How are you? Guys, Charles Fox, he's been a follower of mine for a very, very long time. Give him some hype. Thank you. All right, so we got a little dandelion. Boom. Now I can clip this. I'm going to clip it just at the base. I want something to be able to stick into our basing materials. And, you know, I don't know. Do they have dandelions in China? I don't know. So we're just going to hope they do. Oh, we got a little bondic on the end of my thing there. Faller, yes. Oh, you know what? I forgot the other faller that we had. Oh, I love it. I like the rainbow flags. That's awesome. So let's see. It's not cocaine. It was secret weapon stuff. Runkin, hello. I just saw you say hello. It was Chunky 078. That was it. There we go. Boom. Not bad. Got off early. Awesome. Well, we're doing a kind of a slightly a different sort of stream today. We're doing a basing stream. We finished up this Warlord Kong, and we decided to use this. It's kind of hard to see with all the tape on it, but this Chinese pot stand. And he has this base that came with him from Cartoon Minis. It's a kind of like a Chinese coin. And we're going to put that down in the middle, and then I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to make this a finished piece by using all of the basing materials that I have. And one of the things we ended up making was this little dandelion, which I might just save this for something else, because I'm not really for sure if they have dandelions in China. So there we go. There's a dandelion. Dandelion-ish. All right, now we've got a few things. We've got a few leaves and stuff made. Let's go back to this. Let's go back to our oxide paste. There are dandelions in China? Perfect. Then I don't feel guilty about using them. All right, I have, so oxide paste. This must be a new one that I haven't opened yet, which is good for you guys. See, comes with this sealed for your protection. I'm gonna do this. There we go. And I always leave these little things on partially, and that way because these will dry out on you. So I always leave those out some. And I'm going to grab, I have a chopstick of some kind here somewhere. Not a chopstick, but like a skewer. I've got some toothpicks I can use. Whoops. I always keep toothpicks and little bamboo skewers for basing. Here we go. Here's some toothpicks. We're going to need lots of this oxide paste. So it does have a texture in it. It's kind of gritty. It's going to take a little while to get all that out. Let's see. There we go. You don't need a ton. Just enough to cover up to the... You know what? I'm going to grab a bigger thing so I can get more of this. I'm going to grab one of my crappy brushes. That's what I'm going to do. There we go. Boom. Much better. The oxide is missing an E. It is oxide. Okay, I said oxide because I think of the red being oxide. It's oxide paste. You are absolutely right. They don't have that monkey in China either, but let the world read. I know, I looked that up. I went and checked to see if they had gorillas in China, and they do in zoos, but I think you're right. I don't think lowlands. Maybe there's certain species, but it's rare. But he's Warlord Kong, so maybe he, you know, came over and infiltrated. There we go. So spread this extra stuff over here. I want kind of a little, now remember this will dry really strong like a cement. All right, so now this is where I should have been wearing gloves. I'm gonna get it all over my nails. Take a little bit of this and spread that. Now when I peel this off, it should come up with the tape. So especially if I make it thin enough. All right. That's what I like about toothpicks is you can just throw them right away. And I'm going to, now I'm going to shape this so that all of my little brush marks are mostly toward the middle where I'm going to set my Kong down. There we go. All right. Next, and I can throw this brush away as well, but maybe I should keep it out just in case. I might need it. But I don't have any place to put it, so I'm going to throw it away. All right. You can hear my whole like inner monologue going. Now I need the base, and I'm going to set that down in there. Shouldn't have thrown that brush away. Now I got to dig it out. And I'm going to go up on the edge so that it all looks like it's supposed to be one piece when we finish painting it. There we go. Move it just a little bit more center. Anything I don't want, because like some of this is going to get covered with flock and different stuff. And now I can throw that away for reals this time. Amberden says he's resealed the tops of pots with a little cling film. That's a good idea. Definitely. That is something to think about, though. If you don't have any cling film or you don't leave that little thing on, they will dry out on you. Just keep it tight. There we go. Now, I got a little sand. This is ballast, fine, buff, and it's perfect because it's right about the same texture as this. And I can't remember, I got it. This is Woodland Scenics. They make all kinds of stuff. And I can cover all of that. Let's see. I'm going to just tear a little hole in this because I don't want to make a huge mess. And I can sprinkle a little bit on here. And I don't think I want to put it, I don't know if I want to put it everywhere. but for sure where the, so we have a transition from there to there. All right, that's all I'm going to do with that. And then I'm going to do a little bit of green grass fine turf. This is I use this a lot for moss, and oop, that's a lot. And go all around the edge there. I'm going to shake this off into my trash so I don't have too much excess. There we go. Basing is messy. All right, now what? Let's try to put a few leaves in here. Yeah, I think that kind of leaf is the way to go. And I'm going to put just a little bit more of this ballast, or this grass turf here, and mix it into the other one. So, do a little shake off here, and then I can put some more. One of the things I recommend when you're doing different terrain and stuff is always try to have a mixture of whatever you're using so that you've got some differences here. Let's do another one of these leaves. I really did like this leaf a lot. I'm going to shut this off. Oop, that's the wrong one. Now let's just do a quick look with Kong in the base, because we're going. This is the way he's going to be facing. So I actually might want to adjust my leaf. Seeing how he, how that's going to face direction-wise. There we go. And I want to say that. Ooh, don't fall in there. There we go. I think I want to do these in 3s. This is the perfect size of these leaves. All right, we didn't do one of the bigger leaves either, did we? Where did my brush go? Got another cruddy brush, which you have to have lots of these. Always have lots of old nasty brushes for basing. I'm gonna get a different green out. Let's do Black Forest green. Need to shake it. Am I gonna paint the flock? Always paint it. Always paint everything. But I can't paint it until it's all dry. Yeah, I always paint everything, and it may end up a completely different color, Amberden. You were right. This is Merm Green. I love that name, Merm Green. This is a fantasy. This one is more satin. Ooh, yeah, I like that color. Painting the ferns. These colors down. I'm trying to be quick. Get a bunch. All right. So here's something else I got here. These are Gale Force 9 Hobby Scenics. These are little rocks. And if you notice, in my base here, there's little rocks. So we're just continuing out the same idea with these little rocks. And they should stick into the oxide paste. And to my fingernails as well. So I'm gonna put them in, drop them in like so it feels more, a little bit more random. Ooh. That will definitely give us some texture. All right, now more painting of the ferns and fronds. I want like threes. I want my ferns to have little groups of 3. Yeah, and now I'm gonna flip this and paint the other side. It is the weirdest looking pizza. I agree. For the pro, yes, Shoshie rocks. Shoshie rocks with rocks. All right, what do you think so far, Mike? Is that a funny looking pizza?
That's a funny pizza pie.
That was racist.
Racist. Italian.
It was culturalist. How's that? All right. Now we have Misfits green. There's a lot of greens in the fantasy line I like, and this is a really dark one. It's darker than the Merm green. Here we go. Ooh, yeah, I like that. And again, plants are not all one color, so it's okay if the fronts are different colors in the back, especially because they're going to hit different amounts of light. For sure. All right, I'm going to hit this with the hairdryer. So Mike, if you would mute me, please. Okay. Good enough. No. Unmuted? Good. All right. Dried for the most part. Our ferns and fronds. And if they're bent, that's okay, because they're going to be bent anyway. Look at this. I've got oxide paste, everything, everywhere. Good rule of thumb, especially if you're going to work with anything like milliput or anything toxic, is use gloves. Use gloves. Pull that out. More to cut. There we go. Now we need to use our little stem again. It comes with these little wire stems. And I'm going to put it down the middle here and then Bondic it because it's quick. Yeah. The other nice thing about Bondic is I can paint over it. Look at that. Boom. Great, Mike. Switch cams. Boom! Alright. Oh, that fell off. I can glue that back on. Some of these got a little bit too much paint. There's another spot where we want. Pull it right out there. Okay. All right, so now let's put a little bit of paint on that. Pixie Lou says, I need to train David to stream assistant. Yeah. Yes, it certainly helps having Mike around. I don't think I would be doing this particular stream without his help, because it is a lot of cam switching and stuff. So. Another layer on there. This is the side with the Bondic on it, and so that's the side I'm going to hide by flipping it over. Okay, now I flip it. I will use the flippers. And these kind of get bent down a little bit. You have to look at how ferns are. It's kind of spidery looking. That's why when I was hair drying it, I wasn't too worried if they were going to get bent. They actually look better if they are bent. Now, slide that underneath my base. Whoa. Get too much of that. Now, you see, oops, rock. You see where it's a little too close? All right, now I'm going to add one of these smaller ones because I think I need a camouflage what I already had there. See, put more to hide the messed up ones. Because again, leaves aren't perfect, and if you've got more leaves, it's going to look more and more natural. I think the trick actually when it comes to basing is don't try to make it look perfect, because it will actually look too artificial if you try to make it look too close to perfect. That looks. I'm gonna put another one of these.
See, Lamunits.
Hi, Lamunis. You like basing streams, Pixie? That's awesome. You know, who is it? Kingdom Death Obsessed. ADM Obsessed, that's it. She does some cool basing. I haven't been able to catch her streams in a while, but I have watched her final products. All right, there we go. There's a nice one. Already all together and beautiful. Get some of this. This time I'm going to try harder to make the Bondic a lot thinner, because I don't want that big blob of Bondic on there this time. Just a small blob. And that cures pretty quick. Uh-oh, there we go. And then clip. And bendy bits. Oh, might need to super glue that bit on. Let's see. Let's use this super glue. This is going to cure much faster. This is Loctite Pro Professional Super Glue. Since we already have that little bit of Bondic on it, ooh, it'll have something to stick to too, not just the Lucas 047. Thank you so much for the follow. All right, I'm gonna pick this up. And just to be sure, I'm gonna set it with this Insta Set. It will set my super glue really quickly. Here. How are you, is it Lucasso, right? That's right. All right, now I can put this one over here. Again, I'm going to stick it underneath the base. Now remember, this oxide stuff, it dries like a cement. So if you've got a little bit of the stem sticking out, it's all right. Do one more big frond and a few more of these small ones. I think, like I said, I want to do these small ones in 3s. Let me write down your name, Lucas. Before I forget, we always write down our new followers. Guys, if you look in the corner right here where I'm pointing, boom, 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 2,958 is how many followers we currently have. Actually, if it's updated right, that's how many we currently have. And when we get to 3,000, we're going to have a giveaway and a party, and definitely some giveaways, maybe more than one. Yeah. So that will be something to look forward to. And we're very close. Every stream gets us a little bit closer. Oop, I'm off cam. There we go. Let me move over here for you guys. Got these little big. There we go. I really like these little fronds. I feel like they look pretty natural. Yeah, I'm gonna still put these on a stem because I feel like it needs it, even though. Let's put this on this part right here. Now remember, Bondic is a weld, not a glue. So, there we go. Put that in there. Ta-da! Now we clip. You know why? Because you have to fail a lot with, the reason why streamers probably don't do them as much. You have to fail a lot in order to do, there's so much experimenting and it's so improvisational that I think a majority of streamers, it's such a risk. And ooh, look at, it's already starting to up a little bit. Oh, no, no, no. I came off. Let's try it. To wipe off the excess. Try the super glue once again. Like I said, it's not. Bondic is not a glue. It's not a glue. It's a weld. So, in certain circumstances like this, it's not going to be as good. I did hear a siren. It sounded like it was back behind us from the other subdivision. Yep. A little bit of set. There we go. Okay, now it can go on nice. Nice, I like that. And I think we'll do a few more fronds over here, and then a few more here, and then I feel like he'll be close to done as far as how I want his basing. I don't want to put a ton of stuff because I don't want to, well, we'll see. We'll see. I want to have some gravel in here. Okay. you guys can help me be the judge if I need more of these little plants or not. I mean, we have plenty, so we can actually afford to put more on if we want. Do that one over here. Like I said, these will stick because they're there. That's better. Like that. Hey, Genuine. I don't have cheesecake. I have a base. Rainer says, lurking in while you go buy cheesecake and cookie buns. Oh, okay. By the way, guys, my two buddies, Rainer and Genuine, give them a follow. They are awesome, and we have a good. They are definitely stream friends for sure. So I watch them whenever I get the chance, and I recommend you do so as well. Try over here. Yeah, we're getting more and more little fronds, and I'm actually thinking more is better. What do you think? Mike, can you see it? More fronds? You want to see more plant-like? More jungly? Sort of like the bridge between Africa and China somehow. Like that. We need a couple more over here. Maybe add 1 or 2 taller plants to the side, like on this side. This is the front. But I do think you're right. I think we'll add 1 more of these big fronds. Wait, I have this. Let's paint that one up, see what happens. Flip it. Ah. Okay, now I'm gonna set that aside so it can dry. Let's see how it has the little veins in it already. I love that. Now, I think this needs to be just a little bit darker. Here we go. I don't think I remember to paint the back of that one. This one. And if need be, I can go back and paint them all while they're on the mini. Woohoo AM! Oh my goodness, you guys are such awesome fans to watch in the wee hours in the morning, right? The other day, it was 2 AM, I was watching Genuine Vision, and because he's in Korea, so in order to catch him, sometimes I have to either be up really late or stay up really late. This time, we'll make the stem a little bit longer on this guy. This time I'll use also super glue. Ah. I can get it to stay, and now I can put some Insta-Set on it. Hopefully I won't glue it to the other side of the paper, which I probably will. There we go. Get up quick. There we go. Yay! All right. Now I can add a little tiny bit of Bondic to just keep it on there. Because that's what I like to use Bondic and super glue in tandem for exactly this reason. Now we can bend, bend, bend. And this stem will make longer. And we'll paint it green before we put it on there so it doesn't look strange. The edges missed. I like that. Look at that. Much better. Much more movement over here. Now I feel like I need to balance that out with a few fronds underneath that. Let me try clipping these out. It might be so much easier than using the X-Acto. Maybe. Yeah. It seems easier. Slightly. Faster anyway. Faster. Oops. Just putting these underneath the big one to fill that out. I remember the very first time, so here's a funny story for you guys. I long time ago, probably 2013, I made an experiment. I made a tree stump out of a wine cork, and I also used some mica gel to make little whatchamacallums, little, there we go. Right, it's very, there we go. Okay, I think I'm getting too many now. See how he looks in his base. Pretty good. What do you guys think? I think he needs one more little element, doesn't he? Maybe another like little stone or something. Let me look at my bits and see what I've got. Maybe I've got a skull or something else I can stick down there. Here we go, here's something. I found this little, this is Aztec, it may not work, but it's kind of decorative and I can pop this out, I think. Might be able to cut it out. There we go, now I'll be able to get it out. Okay, let's see if it comes in. Yes. So I rolled this with green stuff a while back, and I guess I made it into a base, which I cut it out of the base. I'm gonna cut it in such a way that it doesn't look as Aztec-y. And I'm gonna stick a little bit down here. Put some more of that paste on there. Yeah, it definitely needs something else, doesn't it? It needed something. Just another element to look at. Okay. Moving this out with a toothpick here. I like that. Put some more behind it so it doesn't look like it has this big chunk behind it. There we go. And when this dries more, we can even add a little bit more as well. Much better. All right, now throw that away. Could take one of those wooden spikes and paint it up as bamboo. You mean one of the toothpicks? That's a possibility. That is a possibility. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure I'll be able to make it look like bamboo. Oh, you know, what happened to that one thing that we made? The one piece of, oh, here it is, found it. This is what we want. Here, this guy, remember this guy? Needs to be trimmed just a smidge. Don't look too bad to me. That one off. Now, I'm going to add a little bit of that sand flock. Here it is. Just put some in my hand. That'll be easier to add. Okay. Tap it into the trash so that all the excess comes off. Yeah, that's good. It feels more finished to me now. And when we can do, oh, I figured out one other thing we can do. Let's try some little pieces of this poison ivy. Add some rings. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Let me try that. I'm gonna add rings to this and see if we can make a bamboo. With the bondic. Getting it the right thickness is thick. Might take some experimenting. You know, I'm always up for, you know, try it. See what works. It might not look good, but maybe it will lead you to thinking of something for another project. Right? All right, let's see what happens when we paint that. It looks a lot like bamboo, doesn't it? And it even kind of is lighter where the bondic is. That not perfect, but it's pretty cool. Actually, I really like it. I think it feels enough like bondic or bamboo that I'm going to stick with it. Let's see. Stick it in here with this other leaf. Oh my God, look at it. It looks like bamboo. I needed to give Amberden 10 points. Mike, that is awesome. Crazy. I mean, not crazy. It's crazy how cool it looks. Amberden's cheering for himself back in it. He's like, yay. I would be. Proper chuffed. Also, you have the pin vise. Oh, to hollow out the top. That's a good idea too. I should do that. Guys, Bondic is life. Bondic is life. Quick bamboo. Yes. I think what makes the bamboo look the most real is the fact that I've already got those little leaf things in there. Let's see if I have the correct drill bit already in. To be able to hollow that out at the top. I'm going to make it darker at the bottom too. All right, now, where is my pin vise? Here it is. I think I can do it with this bit. Or at least enough. See if I can paint that dark now. I just got oxide paste all over my bamboo. Dang it. Scrape it off. What I get for touching it all over the place. That one's too symmetrical. They're too similar, so let's do that. Let's cut that down. Oh my gosh, guys. Now, I will still, gosh, I really like it. How cool is that? I still might flesh this out and add more stuff. Let's see. Maybe I should add the other half of this coin, or maybe just a piece of it. And then when I paint it, I'll paint it like a little bit of a lighter color. I'm happy with that. Now, okay, let's attempt to do a little painting on the base, the way it is. Got my chunky, gross brush that I'm going to use. I'm going to start out over here and get all the sand. Thank you, Amberden. Grub nuts. What weight cardstock did I use for the plant punches? I didn't. It came like this in diorama accessories. They're by kamizukuri.jp. Right there. And you can order them, or you can get them at Hangar 18. That's where I think I bought these from the US. I want to say it might be easier to get at like Battlefield Berlin or something like that if you're in Europe. I've seen them actually at Battlefield Berlin. All right, I want to show you. Obviously, it would be ideal if this were completely dry, and then I could paint the whole thing together. So as it is, I'm just painting this base. We're going to need to use some washes and stuff to make it look more natural. All the sand. Sand is up on the coin. Blue symbol. I'm going to set him aside. I don't want him to get anything on him. Can we stick one of these tiny dandelions in here just as like a little Easter egg? Let me. Boom. I don't think the dandelion quite fits, but it's cute. I'll take that out. Dandelions in the jungle, I'm sure they have them. They just seem to be out of place with the bamboo. This is Iroko that I'm using on this, it's like a ochre color. Iroko. Drat, you've been looking for easier sources for green stuff world punches than their metal sheets. Oh yeah, sorry. I don't have a... I have a couple punches, but not with like a jungle motif. That's why we needed these, because it's more jungly. Right, now, once all this oxide stuff dries, it's going to get colored the same color as this sand up here. And obviously it needs to dry a lot, which probably is overnight, but it will, once it cures, it will cure really solid. All right, I want to show you guys my reference for this coin. I'm going to grab it. Let's take my mic off. I like this. Look at this, guys. All right, I'm going to set this aside for a second and show you guys this coin. This is what I would like this coin to look like. It doesn't have to be this. It's obviously not the same exact coin, but I'm going to use all kinds of turquoises and weathering powders and to get all that crust and grime. And first I'm going to start with some deep sea blue. Oh, I want to show you something. Here's a magnet. This is the deep sea blue, and I don't know if I have told you guys about this before, but it is definitely a, let me show, okay, I found some magnets. Deep sea blue has something in it, because look at this. These are table war magnets. Oh, I can't get it open. Okay, so you can see they're magnetic. I'm gonna pull one of these off and watch this. This is why you want to avoid, look at that. This is why you want to avoid licking your paints. Who knows what you're putting in your body? Okay, who knows what is in this? But there's actually several of these model color paints that do this. So don't lick your paints or your brushes.
Your brushes.
Mike,
Don't
no,
lick your paints.
Stop. Right. Right. Magnetically delicious. No, don't. That's a bad runekin. All right, but I will use some of this, and I will not lick them. Uh-oh. I need to shake it. Heresy? Genuine, you just saw me put a magnet on this. You're gonna be very magnetic.
Iron isn't.
I don't, who knows if this is iron though? It could be more, it says non-toxic. I don't know. It doesn't say it doesn't contain iron. I wouldn't do it. You don't know what's in the Spanish. Actually, I'm not lying when I say that Vallejo has had at least one lawsuit against them for somebody who got cancer. And I think they won. Sure. So just be careful.
Leave nobody comment. Ready.
Yeah. Think about it.
Think about it.
Non-toxic equals edible. Mm-hmm. Works for me. Iron in your blood already. No problem. Nuclear frisson eats a lot of magnets. Will I attract a mate who also eats magnets? That would be interesting. Yeah, you might. All right, so I'm going over this with the dark turquoise to start, because I want that to be my base color for all the little crevices in there. Ah, rocks are falling off. Now, I'm just gonna warn you, the leaves look kind of crappy right now. Once this completely dries, I will be able to go back in there with a brush and properly paint all of these leaves up so they look much better, and they will. And I might even airbrush them, depending on how bad they look once everything is dry. All right, so there's beginnings of that. Notice I'm using a junky brush. Oop, I don't want to. All right, now I think I've got a couple choices. I want you to notice that I've got a couple different verdigris. I've got Vallejo and Game Color. They're both Vallejo, sorry. Game Effects and Model Color, but they both act completely differently. I'm gonna put both of them on my palette. One is more of a gel, and one of them is more like a patina, kind of like a wash. And then I also have this, which is a pale blue Model Color Air, and that's a paint. Pigment painting miniatures, to be fair, scale 75, paints taste terrible, yes. And that should be a sign not to eat your paints. All right, different colors of each one of these. I'm gonna go in here with the pale blue first. And my paper towel, I'm gonna wipe off a bunch of this because I really wanna mostly just get the color on here. Oh, and it's maybe not dry enough. Try the lighter color first then. Still too, why is it happening like this? There we go. This is the Game Effects, the verdigris. So it's actually acting like verdigris right now. Going down into the crevices. This is the more creamy one, the Model Color one. See how it acts completely differently? That needs to be dry, so I'm gonna have Mike flip on, or flip off my mic so I can hair dry this a little bit. Okay, mic back on. Gotta fix a few of the fronds. They kind of got blown down a little bit. All right, now, so this looks very close already to my image. That's good. Put that aside. Get my junky brush out. Do a little bit more of this creamy color here. Only going on the highlighted bits. Now, this is where I need a weathering powder or something. Got a few. I've got this one. This is by Forge World, and it's probably ancient. And I also have bone dust. I think I'm going to do the bone dust first, because that's what, it looks more ivory than that. Fortunately, I have to that open with my teeth. Everything is toxic enough. Yes, that's true. Pretty sure the issue is more with things like cadmium than iron. I agree. All right, junkie brush, another junkie brush. Make sure that doesn't have too much liquid in it. And I'm just gonna tap that in there because I don't want too much in there. Ooh, now, definitely not drawing the right color, so I'm gonna try the ash instead. I don't know what's worse news if your family than heavy metal poisoning. Ma'am, I'm sad to say that your child found the culprit to be the overdose of cheesecake. Okay, so that's really dusty looking. It doesn't look right. I think I'm gonna go back to the ivory. And actually, I might pull out my Scale 75 weathering powder because I think it's gonna behave a little better. It's a little newer. Oh, we gotta find the right one. I want the gypsum. That's the one I want. Natural soil. That's mud effect. Ha! Oh my good. Here's a patina. This one might be good. This is faded blue. This is a secret. Ooh, secret weapon. Yeah, that's cool. Bad. See what happens when I mix a little bit of that with that. I really want a lighter one than that. Like a why do I have two mud effects? I have no idea. Well, I thought I had all my soil works from Scale 75, but apparently one is missing, maybe? Yeah, nah. Nope. This is good enough. Okay. Now, I'm going to go back over it with the blue again. Dettol can strip models? Oh my goodness. Everybody's talking about cheesecake. It's so funny. There. Blue in that kind of helped out a lot. I really need white. I really need that gypsum. What I'm going to do, let me look down here. Miscellaneous. Nope. Well, note to self, I need to find more white pigment at some point. That looks okay. Okay with that. What else could I do? I could use chalk. If I had some chalk pastel. Maybe that I could use a little bit of the snow. Working. A little bit. Okay. All right, well, it looks crusty and it looks old. I think we could maybe use anything else. Let's see, a little bit more. Does it look properly corroded at least? Let's see how he looks on top of here. Not bad, not bad. I like it. The turquoises in the coin go with some of the turquoises that are in the little details on him. All right, that's good enough. Got any more thoughts, guys? Happy to take critiques and well, we're gonna have to probably airbrush some of this. The little rocks, I could paint those. Do a little bit of red and yellow. We'll detail that out more again when I get stuff more dry for sure. How about some wash? Do a little bit of Reichland's West Shade. Rocks. Oh, adding a banner? No. Oh, you mean like a banner? Oh, I see what you're saying. I might actually have a banner. Oh my God, Amberden, you are a miracle worker. Let's see what I've got. I don't know if I have one that's scale. I've got a million bits in here. Let's see. I have a banner. Oh my gosh. What? That. Oh my gosh. Now that's going to require me to drill a hole somewhere. But I do like that. It's not 100% Chinese. What do you guys think? Would this work? To paint something on it. Seriously, well, I want your advice. What do you think? Could we add that, or would it take away too much? Let's see how the composition looks like with the banner or without it. That in there. Banner goes maybe here. No. It doesn't work. It's not working for me, really. It's not working for me compositionally. It needs to be much taller if it goes in. Yeah, and then it changes everything else. Freehand something? Yeah, I'm not sure. I like the idea of a banner, but I just don't think this one is the right one. Hey, Artivolve, thanks so much for stopping by. All right, so what? We're good. I think we're good. I'm gonna let him dry. I'm gonna finish him up, and then I'll post some pictures. At least you got to see the basing. So I think that's pretty good for a night, huh? All right, I'll set him back here. No, actually, I'm going to set him up here so you can see him one more time before we finish. We're going to look for somebody wonderful to host. Is on late. Guys, uh-oh. There is a few people. I just don't know if they're getting off yet. So I'm going to stream. Let's see, I'm going to part of Mike Disney. I think he is on. Let me see. Yep. Wait, he's setting up, so we can host him. Yeah, I'm not sure when he's going on. Okay. All right, give me 1 second. We're gonna host him. Hopefully he'll come on quickly after we raid him. Let's do our little say goodbyes. Yes, Mike Disney. have a tilt and an angle. How about this? Go, now you can see him. Good. All right, guys, let me post for raid rather. We're gonna do exclamation point mad love, so you guys can copy and paste. We're gonna copy and paste that, so when we raid Mike, he'll be really excited, guys. All right. Is it? All right. Are you ready? I think this is it. Tell me if it worked, Mike.
Go on.
All right. So
Good night, everybody.
we'll be back Friday. Don't forget to have the Carl Ruddick bust all set. We're going to be priming him and watching the video, or priming the bust. So we'll see you guys Friday from 2:30 to 4:30 GMT -6. Take care.